What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Man, today is the last and final day to work on Dwayne's Civic Wagon. If you guys haven't seen the last video, be sure to go back and check it out. The car came to us from Southern California in pieces, and me and the boys put in some hours, put in a ton of work, and we finally got it to turn on once again. Now, we left the video off where we didn't actually get the car on the ground. We didn't actually switch over to E85 because one, we ran out of time. Two, the car is super duper loud, and like I said, there's not much more I can do after assembling the car because this is now a tune portion of the build to get it all kind of sort of dialed in before it gets back onto the dyno. So Dwayne also called his tuner last night and kind of addressed him the whole situation about his car currently. And good thing we didn't go E85 because he told him he recommends to keep the car on pump gas for about a week or so, drive it out. And he's also going to remote in and kind of fine tune the base map just to be able to drive it around before switching it over to E85. Because once we know that the car is running good, and it switches over to E85, something along the line of that, if the car starts acting funkadelic, then we know it's something that they did in between from when it was running to when it wasn't. So they're gonna take care of the E85 injector stuff when they get back home, but we're gonna keep the car on pump gas 91 as of right now. So in today's video, we're gonna try to keep it sweet and simple. Today, we're just gonna do a minor button up with the car, which practically has already been taken care of before I started filming, but we're gonna take care of some minor stuff with the car, and we're going to be installing the new Max P and Rod T7 coilovers. If you guys saw in the previous video, this car has a giant fist gap in the back, and the car suspension is currently maxed out. So we're going to be switching it over to some new Max P and Rod T7 coilovers, and also be able to drop the car to his preference and also better ride quality. Before we actually get outside, I want to show you guys my workbench I've worked on the night that they showed up. I wanted to get this done out of the way so I don't spend time in between to try to finish what I was starting. But let's show you guys this real quick. So this right here is my t-shirt workstation. You guys probably seen it plenty of times now. Workbench, my heat press, and I built this nice little shelf for all my t-shirts. So everything is now off the floor. Everything is out of the boxes. I utilized the boxes to use it as a cover, so there's not a lot of dust and dirt kind of flying onto the black tees, but we're all labeled up. We're all organized. We got small, medium right here. We have large over here, 2 stacks of those. We have XL because this is also a popular size, 2 stacks of those. We have 2XL, a fair amount of those. We still have a bunch of 3Xs in here. And we also have the white tees, which is just, you know, inventory we're just trying to run out of. So we only have a limited of white tees, but mainly everything is going to be black, and this is where the t-shirt are going to be sitting. It's pretty sturdy. It's not going anywhere, and this is going to be super convenient for me to be able to pull a t-shirt out, pull a design out, and then prep it to go into the press, and then we fold on the station here. So very stoked on how this turned out. We're probably going to show you guys a little bit of this operation before the boys go home, because shout out to them, they supported us here, and they are going to be copying some t-shirts. So I'm gonna get you guys outside, and probably gonna get cracking on the suspension swapperoo here. But first, let's go ahead and unbox this Max P and Rod T7 coilovers. Guys, you already know, man, cut away from yourself, not towards yourself. Let's go. This thing is really sharp, actually. I want to say this really quickly. A lot of you guys think that Max P and Rod sends out their packages damages, right? You guys can also consider that it's probably your carrier that destroys your package before it comes to you, because these packages leave the factory exactly the same for every single piece to every body. So if you guys have damaged goods, contact your carrier. So anyways, Max P and Rod, you guys already know what it is. Comes super duper package with the expanding foam, so that way all these heavy components don't move around. We have the purchase right here for the collar. We have the manual, the catalog foam right here, and we have the Max P and Rod T7 coilovers. And by far, this is the best suspension I've ever ran from Max P and Rod. Sorry, it's a little dark. Let me take you guys outside real quick. By far, this is the best Max P and Rod coilovers I have ever ran. And if you guys haven't caught up by now, I use this practically in every single car. This car has Max P and Rod coilovers. My brother's car has max peen rod coilovers. My CRX had max peen rod coilovers. My other CRX had max peen rod coilovers. Project Blueberry had the same T7 max peen rod coilovers. This thing is fully adjustable. It's spherical top hats for the rear, not the front. It's got the, I believe it's 7K springs in the rear and 11K in the front. I've cut in 1/6 60-foots with this in Project Blueberry at the track. I've taken it up the mountain. It drives freaking incredible. And today we're going to be swapping the suspension on Tazzy's car with these because his, one, super maxed out, two, super old, and it's a little bumpy in the ride. So with these are going to change the difference in the ride quality on Tazzy's car. So I'm gonna let the boys get to work to pop the old suspension off and have them do this installation. While I'm over here going to be in the engine bay, I'm going to be fixing the throttle cable and the throttle bracket to get rid of that slack and also have a couple more threads out of it. With that being said, guys, let's get cracking. Alrighty guys, so max peen rod coilovers installed. We double checked all of the 21 nut on the top. They're all tightened out of the box, which is a plus because most of the time they're always loose, but always double check your nuts on the top of your shock. So max peen rod coilovers is thrown on for right now. We don't know the right height, so we're gonna drop it and adjust it accordingly to how Tazzy wants his ride height for his car. Right now Jose is in the back mount, and this mount kit, did you buy it new or secondhand?
I bought it brand new, but
so they didn't come with the back bracket for the EF. If you guys know, it has that little L bracket, and if you guys noticed in the previous video, his engine was rocking like a good amount. So we're going to be building one from scratch to weld into place before the car goes home to ensure that this thing is not going to rock a lot. But you're also going to send the mount in later for the warranty on the bushings.
The bushings.
Yeah, so he's going to do that for the rear mount all around, but we're going to build this one right here like we did for my wagon because I didn't have that on that subframe because that was an EFK1 motor mount. But other than that, we're making progress, and these are the coilover. These are the strange coilovers that came off the car, and as soon as Jose put it on the floor, look, pissing, leaking. And I want to show you guys the rear. I didn't show you the before. I showed the no, I didn't show the before. There was a fist size gap in the rear, and if you look, this is preloaded and it had a fist size gap. If we was to bring this down to close that gap up, look how much of a gap we're gonna have for the shock, and we don't have extended top hats to even compensate it. But at the end of the day, it's blown. Okay, the boys were working on the wagon, and I was talking to the homie Marco. He came through to drop off his trailer fender that fell off his trailer and dragged the hell out of it, and he broke all the tabs. So this is his trailer fender, and you can see the tabs are gone. They're right here. I'm gonna be cleaning these up, bevel it out, and weld them together tomorrow for him. He needs it by Wednesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday, I'll knock it out. But we got the car lowered. Sorry, the boys got the car lowered, and my goodness, it looks so good. 9-day difference from when it was like stupid raked. And while they were dropping the car to the floor, Jose was working on the CAD for the rear bracket, so I can convert this over to metal so we can weld it onto the subframe. But dude, check this out. Check this out. 9-day difference. Max peen rod coilovers. They maxed out the front all the way up, and then the rear. Did you match the rear to your rear, or did you match the rear just together out of the box?
Just to get it out of the box.
And dude, talk about perfection, dude. Look at this. It's like an inch over the rear, and then the front is about 3/4. So it's a little rake, but almost evened out, and it looks so freaking good. I'm gonna try to knock out this rear mount while we still have some daylight because I want to pull this thing out to the street. Supposedly my boy with the green wagon is gonna pull up. We're gonna try to get all 3 freaking off-color wagons together, get some shot before this car heads back to LA. So I need to jump on this real quick, guys, but I'm gonna show you guys this car on the street when we're done with this. So real quick, this is the rear mount tab that he's missing, and Jose made one out of cardboard, And now I'm going to convert this over to steel and weld it in place, so that way this mount that's literally free floating is going to be supported on this side and that 4 bolt over there. Let's do it. Cardboard aided design transfer over to steel. Show you guys how this is fitting up. So this one goes on the side of the bracket where the bolt goes through. Now the half sport bracket goes underneath, like so. It goes underneath, but I like to run mine the opposite way just to grab more on the driver's side. So this is going to go on like that. These two are going to get welded together, right? So it's going to be an L shape. This is going to get welded to the subframe, and then these two are going to be welded at the joint on top and the bottom side to give it strength. And then, like I said, the bolt goes through like so, enough threads to secure it. And that right there is the extra support tab we're going to put on here in hopes of the engine rocking backward is going to be eliminated. So let's get this thing welded up. Guys, that's all she wrote. Give it a little soot with paint real quick. Let the heat kind of bake that paint up, but dude, we got a support tab on the rear subframe. Ooh, we are finalizing, guys. We are finalizing. Ginormous. Pause. But bracket in the back, all secured, ready to go. We're about to move this thing into the street so we can fire it over because it is super loud. My brother is sleeping. So last thing here, nitrous, and then IAT sensor, which is, I don't know, it's hanging out down here somewhere. There it is. There it is. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to not help you guys. Oh, it looks so good out here, Tazzy. Looks so good out here. Yeah. Damn. Dude, this is so cool, man. So I'm gonna have him drive around the block real quick just to kind of feel it out. I'll probably just jump in with you. Shit feels crazy. intake manifold. Yeah. That manifold it's bringing in a lot of air. It probably needs a lot of fuel where that trim is at, where it's like jolting a little bit. Okay, so the car is inducing a lot of air, and we also just noticed that when the car is doing that sputtering, the gauge is reacting to it, the AFR gauge. So that means the AFR gauge is working, but it's just super lean, that it's just flat out. So this thing definitely needs a touch up on the base map to be able to drive it around and make sure everything's Gucci with it before it goes back to the dyno. And you know, we don't want to waste people's time. So as far as right now goes, that's all we can do. We can't street tune it because one, I don't have hotspot, two, the AFR is not tied into the ECU, so we can't really do much with that. But it's a running driving car again. Yeah, we drove around the block. I mean, it's a little aggressive. I mean, that's that all motor life, you know, because this is not a stock motor on top of that. So guys, there's only a few other little nooks and crannies we need to do with this car before it loads up onto the trailer and you know, head on its voyage back home. So right now, we're just gonna shoot some photos and stuff real quick and see where the rest of the night leads us.
You have a little blue plastic one?
The what? The little blue plastic cover?
Up. Wanna make it perfect square? I mean,
yeah, I see just the well, regardless, we still have to go a little farther because
yeah.
of the throttle cable.
Yeah.
So,
But the throttle, you can just do like a little slant. So instead of the whole thing, you just do like a little rectangle.
True.
Yeah, I'll probably just do a little at a time and then just work your way until like you get close, you know.
All right.
It's free hood. Do what you do.
Yeah.
Jose's working on the hood over there. My buddy Chewy just pulled up. Max feeding rod coilovers. Look at this. Max feeding rod coilovers. I'm telling you guys, man, we stay rocking it. We rock them because they work really well and they're very affordable, man. If you guys are interested in the Max feeding rod coilovers, you guys already know, link in the description below. Jose and Dwayne did some work on my brother's old supercharged hood. If you guys don't know, my brother has the SIR hood from the homie Brian, and this is the old hood we're not going to be using anymore. And since it already had a hole in it, I gave it to him to just cut a bigger hole for the manifold. And right now the only other part that's hitting is this coupler, so we don't want to cut any more because it's like squared already. You're going to put some hood spacers,
yep,
and then kind of lift it up away from that, and it should be, you know, A1. It's already latched, it fits perfect, and it's ready to go. So this car is just about ready to go home, guys. Man, we did quite a lot of work to this car, and right now Jose is hooking up to the trailer. We're gonna load his car back up on the trailer. We're gonna push the silver car back to the driveway, and we're gonna be making some t-shirts for them before they hit the road. Right now the press is heating up.
forward. Forward.
We forgot it turns on now. It's a street sweeper with that turn down. First cook up.
But meaning, what's the deal?
Yeah, I sold cheaper.
Facts.
right here, and then Bubai always sleeps right here, and Tinkerbell sleeps on top of my next level shirts. Put his ass to work, bro. Gotta send the homie homes with some custom tees right here. You know what I'm saying? This is specifically for him. Feel me? Look at that. Only for the homie Tazzy, bro. Well, I'm hella dead, bro. It looks like he's just out here like buying stuff from my counter. If you guys look, it's like a little window right here. But anyways, we just pressed up all the t-shirts for the homie Tazzy, and we got some t-shirt for the homie Jose as well too. He copped 2 static tees and 2 bulldog tees, which are these guys right here. And the boy's about to hit the road, man. You know what I'm saying? I also hooked him up with some ARPs as well too. Gave him a killer ass deal on him because, you know, he has that CB7 Honda Accord. If you guys remember, we went all the way down to Brian's to work on that CB7 K24 turbo Accord, and he's gonna be running slicks, but he needs spacers. So ARPs are gonna help him out. Jose, Dwayne, they came all the way out here. They came all the way out here to get cracking on the wagon, and
It's running, baby. It's running.
Hey, next stop, the dyno, and I might have to get him to send me some little clips when this thing gets squeezed on the bottle, because it's gonna sound stupid. But you guys are gonna stick around for that. Anyways, guys, this video really just want to keep it simple. I don't know how far we've gotten, but we got the boys hooked up with some t-shirts. We got the hood on the wagon. We got the new Max P and Rod T7 coilovers installed into Tazzy's wagon. Hit up the link in the description below if you guys looking for the same coilovers, best bang for your buck, probably the best budget coilovers I've ever ran. And you guys saw I run them pretty much on every single car. Even the homie with the wagon, Chewy, pulled up and he has T7 in there as well too. But if you guys are interested in Max P and Rod, link in the description below. We're gonna wrap up the video right here. I hope you guys enjoy the homies' time here in the Bay Area, man. And the car, they're gonna be headed back down to SoCal here. And hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys did, be sure to hit the thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for regular programming, because the JDM EF2 needs some work, the engine's about to come back from the machine shop, so we can do the rotating assembly with the homie Geif. And if you guys want to see any of those, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.